Guidance messages. Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions with myself, Marianne, for your beautiful oracle, love connection, and tarot divine guidance for the first half of the month of December. It is here, everybody, it is here. Whew. I take a deep breath, I exhale. Yeah, we made it. We made it. It went extremely quickly to me. Most people feel that way. Well, with a lot of exceptions during September, October of the retrograde season where it seems as though things had really slowed down and we were kept from doing the things we really wanted to, but for the right reasons. Sometimes they just reveal themselves later, right? That's what spirituality is about. Being in tune with that, trusting and allowing that. And so we're in the heart of the season of Sagittarius, one of my favorite seasons, the fiery, ambitious, very optimistic, truth-seeking, adventure-seeking, fun-loving, carefree, freedom-seeking, Sagittarius. Yeah, so there's momentum. There is a first right out the gates for December. I mean, we're still feeling the effects of we're in eclipse season. It happens every 6 months. We started a new series that's coming up by starting with the full lunar partial eclipse on November 19th in Taurus, which is all about grounded and Venetian, feminine sensuality, love, practicality, grounded energy, steadfast energy, a fixed sign, in areas that revolve around the Venus, energy, as I mentioned. Certainly money, magic, love, body, health, well-being, satisfying the senses and calming ourselves down a bit, just being more prone to patience and routine and, allowing nature to take its course sort of energy. And then now pretty much the opposite with Sagittarius. It's just like out the gate, this fast, spirited, energetic, changeable, mutable sign. Open to ideas, open to new ways to do things. Travel is essential. It's fun. It's party time. It's new opportunities coming through. And the new moon eclipse, which is the second of the, there's always ones in pairs in the eclipse season, is right on December 4th. So it's basically here because we're already feeling it, whether we know it or not. Sometimes I have to be honest with this time of year, I do sense, even when I'm just sitting still, there's this energy coming through us. It's almost electric, and it can be at times, not, it's certainly up to us everything's up to us. It can be a little bit impulsive. It can be a little bit scattered. It can be a little bit, caught off guard kind of energy. That has a lot to do with the fact that Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, which is the ruler of Aquarius, which is still, Jupiter and Saturn is still in Aquarius to the end Jupiter anyway, to the end of December 29th, figuratively. Some places say the 28th, when it changes signs. But Saturn will be in Aquarius all through 2022. Point in case, a lot of transformation happening. Last month in Scorpio season was very much about transformation. It always is. It's an every year thing. But compounded with the eclipses, which bring things in quickly and take things out or start new things and just completely change your life. That's what's happening. And I think it's super exciting. I think a lot of us want change still. I thought a lot of the changes were going to occur this year, but they hadn't. But it was all preparatory and it's all good. We release the things we don't want. We move forward. We have a lot of earth energy, which I love. The Taurus moon, which will affect us for months to come. And we have Venus, the beautiful planet I mentioned of, magic and aesthetically beautiful things, our bodies feeling good, energetic, money, just beautiful feminine energy that's necessary in the world as much as masculine within each of us. It's going to be in Cancer. It has been in Capricorn since the 5th of November, I believe, and it will go into retrograde on the 19th of December through the end of January, and then shadow period will be there till about March. So it's about grounding yourself again. It's about thinking about what you want, an introspective, time, not rushing forward again, but planning and doing the due diligence, whether it's relationships or monetary issues or jobs, everything that has to do with your day-to-day practical life, you know, the physical, tangible things. Capricorn's a cardinal sign. They're not about sitting on their laurels. They're not about just waiting for things to happen, though. They're patient, they're structured, their taskmaster ruling planet is Saturn, so they're very serious about what they do because they will have a good outcome, and they have no other intentions in mind. And intentions is 90% of our lives, I think. Passion is huge. It's a big part too, but you really have to have that intention and believe it with everything that you are, you know. You believe it, you achieve it. So there's a lot of wonderful grounded energy in addition to this fired up, let's make it happen, shoot that arrow, Sagittarius, right? Half man, half horse. Let's get it going, let's get it moving, and it's all good, okay? So I love that. It's lively, it's time for, you know, the holidays, gatherings, carefully. So yes, that's beautiful. My featured sign that I'm going to read for today, like I do every day in my structured, you know, kind of manner, is the beautiful earth sign of Virgo, the natural service-oriented sign, the Mercury-ruled sign that's also mutable, like Sagittarius. So there's a lot of beautiful, harmonious energy for that between the two of you, and new ideas coming through, and new ventures, and, you know, new ways to learn and study and grow and communicate and seek the truth. And I mean, you have such compatible energies, Virgo, with the Taurus moon still affecting all of us, as I mentioned, and then with Capricorn and Venus. Now, like I said, retrograde doesn't have to be a detriment of any kind. All it does is just make you kind of slow things down, maybe not rush into something new. Just give it some time. You're good at that anyway. You're very patient. You're very capable of managing time and organizing. People love you for that. You're a planner. You do what you say and say what you do. Do what you say and say what you do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're the real thing. You're authentic. You care greatly. You strive to help others just for the sake of helping. And you don't necessarily ever expect anything in return other than the gratification of how good that feels. And that's a beautiful thing. I love the Virgos I know in my life. I really, truly do. I can't tell you enough how much they have helped me in so many different ways. So I'm going to pick your highlighted connection, or spirit is, for the fact that this is going to be a person perhaps you already are very much aware of and connected with on some level of love. Doesn't have to be always romantic. I always say that. Some connections very prominent, or that energy of that person, that personality traits, maybe very much in your chart, in addition to being a Virgo. You know, we have 12 planets in our chart from the moment we're born, so there's so much to know and learn. And sometimes we resonate more with our moon or our, you know, Venus sign or our rising, so I always recommend you watch all of those as well. Sometimes you may be a sun Virgo and a moon Virgo. That's double whammy in the earth element, right? Very critical sometimes and very detail oriented. So, you know, you want something in addition to that, and people in your life to kind of balance that out, type of thing. So for you, your beautiful highlighted connection is in between. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's the way I'm throwing it, and Spirit's really trying to make it very clear that Taurus lunar eclipse full moon is huge for so many people. It's going to be a game changer in many areas of your life. That's going to bring you down to earth, going to make you think about the long term after what's occurred in our lives, all of us on this planet. Some had amazing, wonderful financial, you know, experiences through this pandemic. Others, not so much. Taurus is the money planet, or the money sign, forgive me. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, so it can be up and down and over and out more so than ever, because that's what Uranus likes to do. Shake things up a bit. Make you think and learn, you know, not because it's mean, but because sometimes we overdo it, and if we don't have that guidance and that love from the planet and the life itself and source and, you know, our higher guides and so forth, we get a little lost, you know, and led astray. So these are just informational, you know, suggestions and, you know, definitely guidelines and opportunities or not that we can take or not anytime. It's always our choice. So your beautiful highlighted connection, I'll try again, is that of Capricorn. Okay, Well, there you go. That's one of the best combinations for you. I would imagine a lot of Virgos watching this right now. There's a good percentage of you that are very close ties in some way with Capricorns, because it is an earth element like yourself. And with that Venus being in Capricorn, there may be more of an attraction than there has been in the past. But the fundamental aspects of the two of you being earth elements are very harmonious, very complementary. You get and you come from the same cloth, basically, right? And you both are rooted in, I would say, hard work and, learning and success and, just constantly wanting to improve and, and better yourself and the people around you in the process, okay? And you're both very deep in love type of lovers. You love deeply. I'll rephrase that. Sometimes it's not easy to see. Maybe you don't demonstrate it like the Leo reading I said yesterday. I mean, they're all about love and passion, and they have no qualms about exhibiting that, okay? PDA to the max, leading in that realm. They may be sexologists and, and what, I'm just using that as an example. Physicality is big, passion's big. Maybe not so much in you, but it's there. Oh my gosh, it's there. And some of you may have Leo in your chart, so therefore you are exactly like that too. But that's just an example. Cardinal aspect is there with this Capricorn, representing the beginning of the season of winter, which is also almost upon us, though you would never know it in the incredible weather we're having right now. I mean, I can't even speak about that. It's just too beautiful, and I appreciate it greatly. And so for you, Virgo and Capricorn, there's some interesting, beautiful turns of events, new commitments, new opportunities. When Jupiter goes into Pisces at the end of the month of December, it's going to be very, very beautiful for you because water and earth elements work really well. And Pisces is all about love and compassion and extremely potent energies of intuition and guidance and spirituality and different perspectives and creativity and enormous, compassion. So that being the world at large is absolutely going to be helpful for all of us. You're going to be very, very affected in very harmonious ways. This coming year is a 6th year, and I think it's going to be extremely more calm for a lot of people. I really do. I think a lot of things are going to be worked through once and for all. And of course, there'll be some times that'll be, a little more challenging, and that's always going to be a part of life. Let me read the 4 major categories for you, okay, before I go off in too much more of a tangent. The 4 categories are definitely, I think, answer most questions that people want about all relationships. And this is conducive to the highlighted aspect, Virgo, of you and this Capricorn, absolutely. However, I also feel it could be for any one of your close connections and love relationships, whatever that is to you. So bear that in mind. I'm using the beautiful Star Spinner Tarot for the first half of December. And may I just say that certainly with the Taurus moon I mentioned, that will be affecting us, and the eclipse aspect of us and the storyline that gets revealed sometimes quickly, but sometimes throughout months, will continue to happen, as will the Sagittarius new moon solar eclipse. So it pretty much covers the whole month, okay, and on, as will these messages. So your overall energy for the, oh, I love it, wow, for the first half of December is the 10 of Wands. Well, there's the Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, just bam in your face, right? Spirited, all sorts of things going on, all sorts of activities, physicality, almost too much, almost to a point where you're like, whoa, I need to stop. Everything I said, which would be very advantageous during this incredibly beautifully spirited time, but time of, Capricorn season next and Venus in there, where it's, let's just really take it in and just reflect from the year that's passed, in knowing where we want to continue to move forward, where we want to alleviate, release, detoxify people, circumstances, places. The 10 becomes the new cycle. So if you've had over amounts of physicality or working hard. You're feeling it in your body now. You're feeling it in your bones, in your mind, in your spirit. It's ending, okay? You've done amazing things. Now the stars are coming out, which is representative of Aquarius, funny enough. The star Major Arcana card represents Aquarius, which is, you know, Jupiter's no joke. It expands, it brings growth, it brings opportunity in the areas this whole year of mind and learning and educating and information, learning more and more to better ourselves and the people around us in a fair, just way. So yeah, just know that you can start delegating. That's all I'm saying. You work so darn hard. It is what you love to do. You don't consider it work a lot of times, Virgo. Most of the earth signs don't, but they do reap a lot of benefits from it, and they love the luxury of it, and they love, well, it just feels good, you know? It feels good to know that you work hard and then you can see what you've done in this practical realm, right? So I love that a lot. The yellow represents the solar plexus, you know, with the chakras, the strength, power, momentum that we have, the determination, for heaven's sakes, to continue going regardless. That I see a lot from this. Please be careful with your physicality. No, not a doctor and by any means, simply mentioning that sometimes when we overdo it, of course, it can affect us. I'm also mentioning that I'm understanding with a lot of the Mars, which will be going into Sagittarius as well, the first, I believe, week, don't quote me on that, of December, is a fiery, you know, once again, but very kind of fast and furious and sometimes agitated in a way, you know. It's the god of the warrior, you know, and I'm going to fight to the bitter end and I will conquer kind of a feeling. You might be seeing that. It might be not your personality per se, but you're feeling it and you're noticing, and people are driving more erratically and that sort of thing. Just be very conscious of your surroundings and your body, what you're putting into it. Don't party too hardy, you know. Just love yourself and it will really pay off for you. And you'll have a beautiful season because of it. So then the second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. I'll be gone. This is exactly where it came for Leo yesterday in the second position. No, I'm incorrect about that. I apologize. It was actually under the financial category. But either way, it's letting you know this is your energy, your element, the earth, the coins, the pentacles. It's money, it's your sustenance, your job, your body once again, how you feel. It's everything we can, you know, practical in our lives. Certainly our relationships, and it's keeping the balance. It's making sure that you're not overdoing anything yet, because it's still too soon to say exactly where life's leading us. We'll never really know, but we can certainly go with our gut and follow the trends and understand the cycles that repeat themselves often. And in this case, just being wise about what you've been doing so far to be safe and keep yourself protected and, you know, stable. And this is pertaining to, yes, the earth element, which is perfect because it has to do with the Taurus energy I mentioned, Capricorn, and yourself. So you're in the flow, you're in the energy, you're picking up, you understand, you're intuitively knowing what to invest in, what to hold back on spending, and all those things. And I like that a lot. It's a beautiful indication of just your sensibilities and your ability to manage money and your lifestyle. I like it a lot. And I know that a lot of times many, you know, earth signs I've known are on the more conservative side. Well, it's because it pays off in the end. I admire and can learn a lot from that. I have at this point in my life, but many years I had not. And I realize that now more than ever. But it's all good. It works out. No time like the present. So the third category is that of finances. It is about money, your wealth, what you consider to be wealth, certainly health. And I would say that was for me number one, absolutely priority, so that I can be the best, perform my work the best, you know, just feel as loving and as genuine as I can. Everybody that is involved in my life, or that I am communicating or experiencing any kind of energy with, you know, energy trading, if you will. Health is very important. So I pick for you, okay, Well, you have the Eight of Swords. So I have definitely shuffled these a lot, but we're getting repeat cards. Well, this is where you let your mind get a little bit carried away. And it's not unusual as an earth sign that you are, Virgo, to be probably the most critical and, self-critical than most people even know. That you don't lead on to that. It's definitely an inside job. But what it does is it actually just creates so much more disarray and disharmony in your life. And it could affect your finances. It could definitely affect your well-being and your health. You know that. It starts in our minds. We have these thoughts. We start to get concerned. Things look like they did from a previous time that wasn't great. So we automatically think, uh-oh, here we go again. But that's not actually accurate. I need to learn that more every day. I'm not just going to stand on my soapbox and say, no, listen to me. I'm learning every day, but I do know that it's the best thing you can do is to realize your thoughts are definitely manageable. You can control that. You are the one that can absolutely make or break how you feel, how your thought processes run. Sometimes it's not easy. I know that. But you do, and of all people, I really believe you understand that. I really do. From the depths of your soul, when you have these fears and everything, it's up to you to just immediately dissolve them as quickly as possible, knowing it's a passing thought. It's not a reality. It's in our mind, so we can conjure up all sorts of things, right? And there's a sense of constriction, confinement, no way out type of feeling when you get the Eight of Swords. It can be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius that's predominant right now, or that you've had conversations with which may have instigated these fears or concerns. And the reality is it's none of it is really confining whatsoever. You can see the swords are plenty wide enough so that there can be freedom in the flying away with the wings that you're seeing. The blindfold is certainly not tied. It's as loose as can be around the eyes. It's a self-made prophecy, self-induced, and so we can self-preserve ourselves too. We can change all those things. And especially when it comes to money. I know more people, there are certainly people that attribute money to in a huge way as far as their happiness and their obviously stability and their sustenance and everything. But sometimes to a point where it's not healthy. So if you ever feel like you're going in that direction, you want to just stop and love yourself and say, it's all perfect. I am definitely enough. It will all work out. And I don't have to go crazy and overdo it to accomplish what I need to. Think of the terms of, work smarter, not harder comes to mind more for me and many people these days. And it actually still really works out. It's a phenomenon about life and the universe and how working with us always. So just remember, your thoughts are creating a great deal of everything that's happening. So just believe and don't be paranoid or frightened if you hear something about the stock market or something, which, my gosh, I don't even know enough about that. But the ups and downs, would I want to put myself in that in this particular time in life? I don't think so. You got to pick those things, right? We got to know what's right for us and what's going to be too much. The moderation with the Two of Pentacles just prior to the financial one is keeping calm and knowing it's all good. You've already done more than most people as far as being able to manage money and create it and so forth. So yeah, moving on to the final card, which I love. It is about the wishes and surprises, or surprises and wishes category. What surprise might be coming in about, or which one are you providing for someone else, which would not be unusual because you're always giving and doing for others. And then, what wishes are coming through? What have you been manifesting? What's the real deal with you? It's going to be revealed in some form, in some way, a portion of it anyway, that Spirit wants you to know, or that you probably are very aware of, and hopefully you resonate instantly with this message. And that is the Nine of Coins. Well, of course it is. Of course it is. With all your hard work, with your ability to understand and be moderate and, balanced in your day-to-day, your money, your, investments, to realize a lot of the pressures and the discontent that we have when we think about things and what could happen is not conducive to bringing forth the life we want, the wealth we want, the finances we are fully capable of having. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this is, it's so beautiful. It's you. In all your glory, it is your independent side, which is very, very prominent with many Virgos, no matter the gender. You've worked so hard. You are in your prime. You are completely content, and you don't have to have anybody as a part of that. You did this yourself. You deserve the wealth and just the beautiful, recognition of how it's there in front of you. It's a physicality now. It's the luxury, that nice home. It's the nice car that gets you safely to and from work that you work for. It's family, it's contentment, it's emotional stability. It's the mind knowing. Here's that Mercury mind of yours, always working, always churning, always turning, and the owl of the wisdom that you carry within you, which is just such a beautiful thing. It will always all be okay, and you know this innately, and it's becoming a regular part of your DNA, your being, your spirit, your aura, and it feels phenomenal. The next one is the 10. That's the ultimate, and that involves family, should you choose. You can be in an amazing relationship and still have this beautiful independence of knowing that you will survive no matter what, because you've done what you need and you can do what you need all on your own. And it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. It's that autonomy kind of thing of, I made this happen. It wasn't easy. And I still have doubts, of course, we're human beings, spirits in a human form. But boy, you really have what it takes. You have arrived, and your wishes are definitely being heard and answered. So I think it started as early as your birthday season. And it's just feeling better and better. And this complementary energy I told you with the 2 other earth elements, that'll be a long-term standing energy for you, is absolutely beautiful. So I love it. And I hope that you're feeling that right now, and that you're going to see the progression, the Sagittarius new moon, write those intentions, write the deepest parts of you, what you want and what you want to continue to do. And that's how it works. So I'm going to read and finish with your 2 oracle messages. The first is the beautiful wisdom of the oracle, just incredibly insightful, uplifting, encouraging, loving messages. And so for the first half of December, but definitely the whole month, in my opinion, because like I said, the energies are so strong astrologically that it'll carry on for months. But certainly the first half. We got more things happening in the second half when I read for that. You have mending. Okay, well, I love this. To me, the first card, the 10 or the 10 of Wands is, like I said, almost too much, right? Almost overworking, and maybe just like it's time to stop all that. And it's a form of mending. It's a form of understanding self-preservation and understanding that's not leading to the place that you need it to be, not to that beautiful fulfillment and, plush, super secure and safe, grounded kind of place you want to be, because that's what you are. You're an earth energy. You love the nature, the natural way of things. So mending is a big part of that. It'll be it's the whole enchilada, as they say. And it's 52, which is a 7, 5 plus 2, which equals the spiritual, beautiful side of things in the numerology. And working through difficulties, that's another aspect of the number 7. And clearly we all do, right? We just get back up again. That's the energy of Sagittarius. We got this. Don't look back. Let's keep it moving. We're here. That's the blessing. We're here. And so I'm going to read to you what it says specifically, because I love these so much. And this is by Colette Baron Reed. Amazing, beautiful, spiritual advisor, and, tons of decks and such. 52 should be at the very end. I believe it is. I'll be darned. Well, that says something too. The last message. I like that. I like that, if I can get to it for you. Yep, the very last one. Essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Could very well have been part of the financial thing, something that, which I said doesn't have to mean, money. It's your wealth, it's a relationship. Something happened, something disturbed you. It really concerned you. Is there going to be a change? Is it going to continue this? All the things, once again, our mind spirals and starts to go crazy about. So that would have been the mind and the thoughts and the communication aspect of things. Maybe that didn't go so great. The message says, each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Probably done that a few times in my life. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. That is absolutely right. This is it. This is the end of the year. Start the new year fresh. Let that go. I mentioned earlier, release, new intentions, new ideas, new ways of seeing things, right? All of that enters into this new beautiful Sagittarius lunar solar eclipse, new moon. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. That's really the long and the short of it. When you forgive, you are helping yourself, your body, and everything. So I love that. I really do. Positive, beautiful aspects, just entwined with the, the realities of things that were, that happened in the year. This is the time when we all tend to really think about that so we can let it go and to heal and mend. So I'll finish with your super attractor manifestation message. This is about creating the life we want by really, truly believing it and, just passionately bringing it into existence. Not having to know exactly how or, when even, but just we want this. It's our dream. It's happening. I don't know when. It's not a matter of if, it's just when, right? So your last message, beautiful Virgos, is... I haven't gotten this in a while. I love it. It does remind me right away about the mending part. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. Like mending and just moving towards that next new horizon, that new, the bridge from one state of life to another, and there's the new moon going into the full. Now, the second half of the month I'll talk more about is going to be the full moon in Gemini, and that's definitely communication and expression and all the beautiful things just tied together with the new moon and the ideas and the fresh and the new, and it's gorgeous. You're making some changes. We all are, and I hope they're the best they've ever been, and it'll change your life forever in some ways that you could only have dreamt about. So that's fantastic. Thank you for stopping in today. I love being here with you. If you liked it, please push the like button, share, definitely subscribe. That's always a beautiful way to support my channel. It's free, and it just is a way of following me and growing the channel. I'd like that to really happen a lot more in this new year and start doing the readings a couple days a week for private readings for those that are interested. Have a beautiful first half of the month. You got this. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Until next time, be well. Bye, Virgos.